Hi everyone. We're really sorry. Of course, our IT department decided that they needed to do some updates immediately when we wanted to start our broadcast. But we are now here. Hopefully you can hear us. If not, please let us know as soon as possible. Again, we're sorry about the wait. So let's get started. So my name is Carrie Keller. I am the graduate assistant here in the William Patterson Alumni Office. And before I introduce our presenter, I'd like to go over very quickly how this webinar will work. You should be able to see the PowerPoint presentation on your screen, and you should also hopefully be able to hear us through your audio system. You can go ahead and ask questions by typing them in. We'll stop occasionally to answer all of them. Several of you have asked if we will be posting this or if there's a PowerPoint presentation. The answer is yes. We will be sending you a PDF of the slides as well as posting a recording of this presentation on YouTube for your viewing pleasure later. So now I'd like to introduce today's speaker, who's also my wonderful boss. Her name is Sharon Ryan, and she is the Assistant Director of Alumni Relations and Communication here at William Patterson University. Sharon has her master's in counseling from WP, where she specialized in eating disorders. She worked for years as a counselor at the Renfrew Center, one of the nation's leading eating disorder centers. Sharon recently obtained her certification in personal training and nutrition and is presently studying to be a licensed bariatric counselor. In today's webinar, Sharon will cover the basics of exercise, nutrition, and the D word, also known as diets, and share with you some fun facts and myths about living a healthy lifestyle. So now I'd like to introduce Sharon, presenting What's Healthy, Facts, Fallacies, and Fads.
Thank you, Carrie. Hi, everyone. Sorry about that. We always have issues with our tech stuff here. But it's kind of weird being on this end of the presentation because usually I'm doing the intro of the presenter. So it's kind of different being on this end, a little nerve-wracking, but I'm excited to do this. I kind of, just a little background, I spent kind of my whole life obsessing over being healthy, body image, and I've been on probably a million diets and tried to be healthy and fit and all that stuff, and finally decided to take charge of it and just go ahead and got my master's and my certifications, and I'm moving forward. So I wanted to share some of what I've learned with everybody here. So basically this presentation is about everybody really wants to look good, feel good, be healthy, and be happy. And it's all about being happy in the body that you have. Okay, so you don't have to be a size 0. You don't have to bench press 400 pounds. If you want to, great. But in this webinar, I'm going to talk about facts and fallacies, about exercise, diet, and how you can be healthier, happier, and live a long life. So I'm going to start with exercise. And the first thing, you know, if you're starting an exercise program or continuing an exercise program, doing whether you're doing strength training, running, taking a group fitness class, anything like that, you just have to keep these things in mind. And the first thing is there's going to be days when you just don't want to work out. And that's okay. It's completely normal. Just embrace it. On days like this, just try to do something active. So like if you're going shopping that day, maybe just park a little further from the entry to the mall and walk. Or, you know, don't take the elevator, take the stairs. Something is always better than doing nothing. Even if you're a diehard, you're in the gym an hour and a half, you know, every day, and you just don't want to go, just do a little something. Unless, you know what, unless your body is telling you, no, I can't do anything today, listen to your body. That's the most important thing. Okay, the second thing is find your inner reason for exercising. What's your goal? Some people want to exercise to feel more confident, to have more energy. A lot of people want to exercise to look better. Maybe you want to run a marathon. You want to be a role model maybe for somebody. Try to find another reason for working out other than impressing other people or looking good at your class reunion. You know, do it for yourself, not to impress anybody else, because those reasons won't stand the test of time. Third, progress won't always be linear. I mean, it would be great if you started exercising, like lifting weights, for example, and suddenly, you know, just a straight line up. You go from, you know, your biceps are nothing, and suddenly you've got these great arms, you know. It's not going to happen that way. You'll progress much faster at certain times than at other times, and that's absolutely normal. Don't consider anything a slip-up, and don't ever give up, because, you know, you're going to hit plateaus. just keep going. Just, if it feels good, basically do it. And if you're doing the same workout, one thing to keep in mind, and it's been, let's say, 4 weeks, that's really the time, 4 weeks, and you're noticing you're not seeing any result. So let's say you want to lose weight, and for 4 weeks you're doing the same workout, but you're not losing. You know what? Then it's time to reassess, figure out what you're doing that's not working, and pick a different workout, add something new. Rest is key. Okay, when you're going to burn out if you work out every single day, 1-2 hours a day. You may be tempted to work out every single day. Progress, you're going to burn out, and you're more prone to injury or illness. So always listen to your body. Comparisons never help. So when you go to the gym and you see that person who's got, the body, or they're running better on the treadmill, or whatever they're doing, don't compare yourself to other people. Okay, the only person you need to worry about is yourself. And you just have to say, am I better today than I was yesterday? That's all that matters. 6, have fun. Pick something that you like doing. Okay, if you don't like yoga or Pilates, don't do yoga and Pilates. I mean, find out what you like to do, and when you find that thing, you're going to love doing it. 7 is seeking assistance will help. So if you reach that point, and maybe you reached a point and you're not seeing any progress, it's fine to hire a trainer if you want, okay? If not, go to a friend maybe who's more fit than you. If you're trying to run a marathon and they run better, ask them for help. It's always better to talk with other people, get their advice. It's probably the best thing you can do. And just so you know, less than 50% of American adults exercise enough to gain significant health or benefits. And inactivity is the second leading cause of preventable death in the United States, second only to smoking. Okay. Now, first of all, when you start exercising or you keep exercising, there's instant benefits. First of all, it boosts your productivity and brain power. They say that 20 minutes of moderate exercise immediately increases your attention and cognitive ability. So if you're feeling like you're burning out at work, go work out for 20 minutes, you'll come back, you'll have an even sharper mind. Second of all, you make healthy connections when you start working out. You're going to the gym, you're going to start meeting friends at the gym, maybe people that you just see there every day. You're making social ties with people who are also in it for the health reasons. And what happens then is you start leading a little healthier lifestyle. You'll get lower blood pressure, you get fewer colds, there's lower rates of mental illness, suicide, and alcoholism, which is strange to say, but when you start meeting people who are also living that healthy lifestyle, make friends at the gym, and all that stuff gets lowered. Glowing skin. Who doesn't want to have glowing skin? But as your heart rate rises, the increase in your blood flow circulates to the surface of your skin, which gives you that nice flush of color. It makes you look healthier, and you are healthier. Oh, hotter sex. Of course, exercise activates the sympathetic nervous system, which creates more sexual arousal, and plus, you just feel better. And finally, you sleep better. People who do moderately intense exercise for 150 minutes a week, and you'll hear that number a few times, they're able to fall asleep faster, feel less tired during daylight hours. It zaps stress, it zaps anxiety, and it helps your body regulate its own temperature so you sleep more soundly and more peacefully. So with that said, oh, here's the workout fairy who's going to be there to tighten your abs. Okay, so with that said, what do you think the most popular exercise in the United States is? And I know I can't hear you, but I'll tell you right now, it's walking. And you'd be amazed to know the health benefits of walking. These are some fun facts about walking. It reduces body fat, it lowers your blood pressure, and it increases your high-density lipoprotein. Did you know 6,000 steps will improve your health, and 10,000 steps will help you lose weight? So that's why people are walking around with the pedometers. Track your steps, 10,000 steps, you're probably going to be on track to losing, if you also change your nutrition, 1 pound to 2 pounds a week. You want to lose weight? The best way to do it is to take longer, moderately paced walks. And by that I mean walk for about 40 minutes at like 60 to 65% of your max heart rate. But if you want to just condition your lungs and heart and get in better shape, shorter, faster walks. That would be like 20 minutes, walking a little faster. Okay, people look at walking and jogging. Well, guess what? Walking briskly for a mile in 15 minutes burns like the same amount of calories as does jogging an equal distance in 8.5 minutes. So you can either walk for 15 minutes or jog for 8 minutes. You're burning the same amount of calories. And walking also helps prevent osteoporosis, which is a really big thing in women, especially who are menopausal. And finally, walking also has been shown to reduce the risk of both breast and colon cancer. Okay. Now, if you're thinking about eating some fast food or junk food, I want you to think about these little facts because I thought these were interesting. It's going to take you 1 hour and 43 minutes of walking to burn off a 540-calorie Big Mac. Don't know if that's worth it. Or if you're going to eat the Big Mac with a supersized Coke and fries, you need to walk 7 hours. And that's pretty much at a 15-minute mile. A 150-pound woman has to walk 4 miles per hour, which is semi-fast on the treadmill, for 48 minutes to burn off one donut. So when you have your donut at Dunkin' Donuts, remember that next time. That's 3 miles you're going to have to walk to burn off a donut. And finally, to burn off one plain M&M candy, you need to walk the length of a football field. You don't have to run it, but you have to walk it. Okay, now I'm going to give you some fitness myths right here. These are things that you've probably heard a million times. People say these things, but not true. Cardio burns more fat. Everyone sees that person at the gym who's on the treadmill for like an hour, just walking. No, that's not how you burn your fat. Lifting weights is what does it. That will increase the baseline number of calories you burn every day because muscle tissue is the most metabolically active tissue in our bodies. So the more muscle you have, the more energy you're going to expend just to live. So you'll burn more calories even when you're just resting. So sitting here watching this webinar, you, with people with more muscle, are burning more calories than the people who don't have the muscle. Also, more calories are burned in 30 minutes of weight training than a 30-minute run at the same intensity. So just keep that in mind. Yeah, it's good to do the cardio. It's good for your heart, for your lungs. It also will burn fat up until about 20 minutes, but weight is really important, weight training. Muscle can turn into fat. This and vice versa. People say, oh, my fat turned into muscle, my muscle can turn into fat. No. Muscle and fat are two totally different types of tissue. So even if you slack off, your muscle won't turn into fat. They don't turn into each other. And fat does not turn into muscle. They don't convert to different forms. There is a relationship, however. Obviously, if you gain muscle, you will burn more calories and you will lose the fat. Okay? So, heavy lifting makes you bulky. Well, yeah, for guys, if they lift, they will build up. But women, their testosterone levels are about 20% lower than men's. So even if you lift weights, you're not going to get jacked, okay? It's also, the bulky look is also, you also have to change your whole diet and really add a lot of protein, okay? You need to burn burn fat and add a ton of muscle in order to get that bulky look. Women as a whole develop long, lean muscles, which can help boost your metabolism, which is why weight training is a good idea. Number 4, your cardio machine is counting the calories you're burning. No, they want you to think it is, but you plug in your weight and you plug in, what do you plug in? Your weight and your
heart rate.
No, you don't even plug in you plug in your weight.
Yeah.
But no, calorie counting is your age, your fitness level, your BMI, your sex, all that has to be taken into consideration. So while you think it's counting your calories, it's not. So different sexes, different fitness levels, it all makes a difference. Low intensity exercise burns more fat. I think the women in the audience might say that this is what they've heard more because they tell you to do lower weights at, more intensity. This is not true. The more intensely you exercise, the higher proportion of carbohydrates you're going to burn. You may burn less fat, but you burn more calories. And once your body starts to burn all your carbs, it starts to dig into that fat. Number 6, this is a good one. You can spot reduce and crunches will get rid of your belly fat. No, you can't pick and choose where you're going to burn your fat. People lose weight pretty much fairly evenly over their bodies, and people are all different shapes and sizes. Some people lose it equally, some people lose it above their waist, below their waist. You can't pick and choose. Yes, you can do crunches to, try to tone up your belly, but you just can't pick where you want to reduce. A workout that includes cardio and strength training will decrease your overall body fat. You have to sweat to have a good workout. This is not true. Sweating is your body's way of cooling down. And one of the students here said that she never sweats when she works out. Her body just doesn't need to sweat as much as other people. Carrie here, her body sweats all the time. But there's many things you can, if you go walking, you might not sweat when you're walking, doing light weight training, and swimming. Who sweats when they swim? You're in the water. So you don't have to sweat to have a good workout. Stretching before exercise is crucial. This is a myth. You should do a little bit of a warm-up, but stretching can actually be very bad for you before a workout. It can actually increase the risk of injury. The muscle fibers are lengthened and destabilized when you stretch, and it makes them less prepared for the strain of exercise. So instead, do like a light warm-up and then stretch after exercising when the muscles are nice and loose and warm. Definitely should do that to cool down, especially when you're doing weight training. You should never eat before a workout. No. The fuel from the food and drinks that you have, they give you the energy for your muscles to work efficiently. So if you eat a small meal or a snack 1 to 3 hours before you exercise, that's optimal. And the best things you can have would be, like if you're going to work out in the morning, have some fruit, some yogurt, whole wheat grains, anything like that. That gets your metabolism going and ready for a good workout, gives you the energy to work out. And it also leads to a stronger heart, lungs, and helps with your endurance. The more you work out, the better. This is also not true. Obviously, if you're training for a marathon or you're a professional athlete, yeah, you have to train a lot. But on the whole, the CDC recommends that the average healthy adult work out for 150 minutes a week. So whatever, 5 times a week at 30 minutes or an hour, whatever. The muscles in your joints, they need time to repair themselves. So you don't want to overwork yourself. And you can, once again, I say listen to your body. You can eat as much as you want as long as you exercise. Yes, exercise plays a role in what you can eat and how much fat you gain, but it's only about 20%. The other 80% comes from the food you eat and what type of food. And also, people do tend to overestimate how many calories they burn. Like, you go to the gym and you're like, I was on the treadmill and I did this. I think I burned like 1,000 calories so I can eat this, ice cream sundae. You probably didn't burn 1,000 calories, so no, you should always watch what you eat. Treadmills are better for your knees. No, the stress on your knees, yeah, you can feel the padding when you run on a treadmill than on a hard surface outside, but really what hurts your knees is excess weight. So treadmills or running, neither one is better for your knees. And finally, getting a little sore is good. It shows you really worked out. Really, delayed muscle soreness means one thing, and that is you did too much too soon. So as you gain strength and endurance, you'll be able to do more without stiff muscles. And it's better to do less and not get sore. Now, and here's like a myth. Here, you apply your Miracle Cellulite cream, and then step 2 is run 10 miles. So there's no miracles or anything like that. Now we will go over some fun facts, because I love fun facts. For exercising, you should try, once again, here you hear it, 150 or more minutes of moderate intensity exercise per week. This is a good one. 100 laughs equals 10 minutes of exercise. So if you're not laughing enough, you're not getting enough exercise. Jumping rope, when you were a kid, great way to burn calories and a good all-around workout. What do you think the best way to exercise your heart? Once again, walking and jogging. Exercise can increase your good cholesterol, which is what you want. And as we said before, taking the stairs is an easy way to get exercise. Exercising will help you sleep better, and doctors actually recommend 7 to 8 hours of sleep per night. I know that sounds impossible to probably everybody here, but the more sleep you get, the better it is for your body. And finally, they've recently discovered that after exercising, consider having a glass of milk. People are now starting to think that milk does a better job of rehydrating than traditional sports drinks like Gatorade. So something to consider. And finally, it's been noted that having sex in a healthy, committed relationship can aid in your weight loss. It burns 150 to 250 calories per half hour and decreases your stress. So that's a little bit about exercise. Now we're going to go on to nutrition. If you're working out and staying healthy, what you fuel your body with is probably the most important thing. So I'm going to go over now a few facts and fallacies about nutrition, including foods that are good for you, what foods can do for you, and how you can be healthy and happy. So this next section is going to deal with losing weight and dieting, the next section after this. But first I'm going to give you a little fun facts about nutrition. So if you're working out and staying healthy, you need to fuel your body. These are a few things you should know. Nutrients are divided into two major groups. There's macronutrients and micronutrients. Macronutrients are protein, carbs, water, and fats. Everybody needs the macronutrients. So remember, protein, carbs, water, and fats, okay? Micronutrients are vitamins and minerals. They have no caloric value at all. Second, water accounts for 55 to 70% of our body weight. And typically, you should drink 6 to 8 glasses just to keep your body performing. But it all depends on the individual, okay? And also, keep in mind when you see this that water accounts for 55 to 70% of our body weight. When you go on a fad diet, which I'm going to talk about later, what do you think you're losing? You're losing water. 2/3 of Americans are overweight. And here's something very interesting. If anyone has children out there, weight gained after one's early 20s is linked to higher chances of heart disease, cancer, infertility, gallstones, asthma, and snoring. I'm going to talk more about the kids later. So, not all calories are created equal. First, there's fats. We need fat in our diet. They slow digestion, they deliver fat-soluble vitamins to the body, and they provide important building blocks for our cells. Dietary fats provide about 9 calories per gram, but some fats are better for you, obviously, than others. There's polyunsaturated omega-3 fats, which are found in foods like wild salmon, flaxseed. These have protective anti-inflammatory properties. The bad fats, they say, are trans fats, which have been linked to increased inflammation and heart disease. Protein. Everyone knows protein is good for you. Protein also keeps you feeling fuller by slowing digestion, but the primary purpose in the body is to maintain and build new cells. Protein is beneficial, obviously, during weight loss and for building muscle. And all proteins provide 4 calories per gram, but higher quality proteins reduce your appetite and optimize muscle repair. So we're talking about fish, we're talking about eggs. These are the high quality proteins. Lower quality proteins, like for example hamburger meat, they have what are called branched out amino acids, and they've been linked to metabolic disease and insulin resistance. So when you are eating protein, yes, it's fine to have a hamburger, just don't overdo it on the hamburgers. And finally, carbohydrates that have the bad name. Everyone hates carbs, but carbs are what make our body work. They're used by the body as a quick source of energy for the brain, for the liver, for the muscles, and all carbs, with the exception of fiber, provide 4 calories per gram. Higher quality carbs contain fiber and are minimally processed. These are like fruits, vegetables, whole grains, legumes. And lower quality carbs mostly lack fiber and add, empty calories. That's why people think carbs, they think of the bad, I don't want to say bad carbs, but they don't think of, carbs are in vegetables and fruits, So starchy foods, rice, pasta, potatoes, they're made up of glucose, which is a simple sugar that can be burned for energy by every cell in our body. It's stored in our liver, it's stored in our muscles, it gives you a quick source of energy when you're exercising. But unprocessed starchy foods like brown rice, potatoes with their skin on, and whole wheat pasta, they contain natural fiber as well as vitamins and minerals. So when people say you can't eat pasta, it's not good for you, don't eat rice, don't eat potatoes, no, they're carbohydrates, they fuel your body. Anything in moderation. So unlike glucose, though, which is in these starchy foods, fructose can only be broken down in the liver. And the majority of the fructose in our diets is not from fruit. It's from artificial sweeteners and all kinds of sweeteners that are added to processed foods. So while too many calories from glucose can lead to weight gain and accumulation of fat, too many calories from fructose can also contribute to fatty liver disease, insulin resistance, and more. So here's what you should order when you go to the restaurant. You order 20% fat, 40% carbs, and 40% protein with a cup of tea. And now I'm going to, because I like my facts, here's some fun facts about junk food and fast food, because this is what, I'm not going to say you shouldn't eat, but here's just some foods. Some facts. Junk food is obviously food with little nutritional value. It's usually high in calories, high in fat, high in sugar, high in salt, high in caffeine. Increase in the consumption of junk food is directly associated with the increase in obesity, heart disease, high blood pressure, cancer, tooth decay, and other diseases. Fat from junk food triggers the brain to want more food, and important, it can last for several days. So you go and get your Big Mac and your fries and everything. For like 3 days, you might be craving junk food. People say that 3-day thing, hard to break a diet, break a habit, takes 3 days. A lot of that comes from this. Just an interesting fact I found, Hostess makes 500 million Twinkies a year. And the agent that gives Twinkies their smooth feel is cellulose gum, which is also used in rocket fuel. So that's a nice thing that you're eating. Sorry. The creamy middle of a Twinkie is not really cream, it's Crisco, which is vegetable shortening. Corn dextrin, which is used in junk food, is also the glue on envelopes and stamps. And I'm just telling you these things because they're fun, but they're also good to know because these are things you're putting in your body. And this is kind of all about trying to be healthy. Every month, approximately 9 out of 10 American children visit a McDonald's. And this one is crazy. In 1979, Americans spent about $6 billion on fast food. By 2006, that number rose to 140 billion. So you can see where, it's kind of a crisis kind of in our country right now. Now, the most common drug is caffeine. That's the most commonly used drug in the world. But high doses, as coffee drinkers know and iced tea drinkers, can lead to muscle weakness, heart irregularities, and infertility. Here's a few more. Eating fast food can result in high levels of insulin, which is linked to, I don't know if you all know, but the type 2 diabetes is on the rise in this country like crazy. And more than 600,000 new cases of type 2 diabetes happen every year. And it's mostly linked to the fast food and the obesity epidemic. Okay. Burger King's Double Whopper with cheese has 923 calories, and you would need to walk 9 miles to burn that off. If you add French fries and a large Coke to this, that'll be 1,500 calories, which is literally 2/3 of what you should be eating for your entire day. Who knows what the most popular fast food is in the country? Yep, French fries. Most popular fast food. That's just a fun one. High fructose corn syrup, which everyone knows about, first appeared only in 1967. But what it does is it tricks your body into wanting to eat more and store more fat. The average American now consumes 63 pounds of it a year, and it's all in fast food or junk food. This is why people say, wow, we didn't have this obesity back in the day. Well, we didn't have high fructose corn syrup. Okay, Burger King's Triple Whopper has 1,230 calories. Carl Jr.'s, for those of you who are not in this area, I think Carl Jr.'s is like down south and out west or something. That has 1,520 calories and 111 grams of fat. And just to put that into perspective, most people only need about 44 to 66 grams of fat a day. And it shouldn't be from a Carl Jr.'s double six hamburger. It should be from avocados and the good fats like that. Okay, if you think you're eating healthy when you eat a corn muffin at McDonald's, it has more calories than a glazed donut, so you should just go to Dunkin' Donuts. And the rise in the fast food industry has been linked to rising cases of obesity. About 250,000 Americans die prematurely due to obesity. And the obesity is now considered the #2 cause of preventable death in the United States. #1 cause, smoking. Now, drinking diet soda instead of sugary soda can help you cut calories, but the artificial sweeteners in the diet soda causes your pancreas to release insulin, which leads you to crave food and eat more. So instead, drink water. So now you know what not to eat. What is good to eat? I'm going to just repeat this again. I know I said it already, but carbohydrates. Carbs are not bad. Carbs don't make you fat. Extra calories make you fat. The key is to minimize the consumption of simple carbs and eat complex carbs like fruits, vegetables, whole grains. Fat. Fat doesn't make you fat. Fat in moderation makes you feel fuller, helps with the absorption of certain vitamins and nutrients, and it leads to better health. And finally, protein, which are basically the building blocks of our cells. Now I'm going to get a little more specific. Let's say you want to know, you're here because you want to know what's healthy for me. I don't want to lose weight, but I want to be healthier and I want to help other things. First of all, eggs are the highest quality protein food that we know. All parts of the eggs are edible, including the shell, which has a very high calcium content. And it is a myth that eggs raise your cholesterol level. They do have dietary cholesterol with 13, and they also have 13 vitamins and minerals. But that type of cholesterol that they have has a minimal impact on your blood cholesterol levels. Are you looking for beautiful hair? Try low-fat cottage cheese, which has 14 grams of protein per half cup, which is that little cup you can buy in the grocery store. Or eat some pumpkin seeds. They're high in zinc, and if your hair is shedding, pumpkin seeds can help reduce that. Healthy eyes. Eggs again. Egg yolks contain antioxidants that fight cataracts and the macular degeneration. And orange cauliflower is another one. Tons of beta-carotene, which maintains the protective covering over your cornea. Your brittle nails, try eating some beef. The best source of absorbable iron, and it helps with your nails. Top round is probably the best choice, least amount of fat. Strong bones. Everybody knows calcium, but you know what? Chocolate. It's rich in magnesium and vital to your bone health. So you can have an ounce of dark chocolate every day or more. Or how about canned salmon? Salmon's another thing. It's a great source of calcium and it strengthens your bones. Want to help your skin? Tomatoes. This helps limit UV damage to your skin. It lowers your skin cancer risk and also can hold up on wrinkles. So tomatoes are great, and if you cook them, it's even better because the cooking of the tomatoes, when you eat them, it gives your skin that healthy glow and a lot of healthy benefits. And for all-around good health, there's kefir, and I know some people here in this office like this. It has lots of protein, lots of minerals, lots of B vitamins, and lots of calcium. Kefir is a creamy cultured dairy product, usually in drinkable yogurt. And it's also good for those who are lactose intolerant. So if you're lactose intolerant, this is a good choice for you if you can't have yogurt. Now I'm going to give you some nice snacks that you can nibble on that are all healthy for you. You're going to find something in this list, I think, that you'll like. First one, pistachios and sweet cacao nibs. If you have about 3/4 of an ounce of pistachios and about 35 of the little nibs, you get a little salty, a little sweet, and it's a perfect snack. Has fiber, fat, and protein. A banana and an egg. I'm putting these together, okay? So a banana and an egg, you get 1 banana and 1 hard-boiled egg. It's got fiber, protein, and potassium, and it's also portion controlled. You can bring it on a plane with you, bring it in the car. Chobani Greek yogurt, an 8-ounce yogurt, and put some whole grain cereal in it. It's low fat, it's filled with protein, and you get a little crunch of cereal. My personal favorite, string cheese and Kalamata olives. You can have part skim cheese. Part skim cheese is a rich source of protein. It's high in calcium, it's high in phosphorus, and it's essential for strong bones, strong teeth. And then the olives add to the snack, and they're full of healthy monounsaturated fats. Kind bars. The example here is a caramel, almond, and sea salt bar. It's great package, it tastes delicious, 7 grams of fiber, 6 grams of protein. It's great for you. Veggies and hummus. Take a large, you can eat unlimited veggies and your 4 tablespoons of hummus. It's delicious and nutritious. Popcorn and almonds. When you feel like getting that crunch, you got fiber, protein, and healthy fat. And you can grab, if you want to have an apple, add a little nut butter to your apple. And then you get fat and protein in the nut butter, fiber in an apple. It's a perfect, perfect snack. Dried fruit snacks are good when you're traveling, just don't have the sugary ones. Take some cereal without milk. Try to look at the boxes that have no more than 120 calories per cup, and they fill you up, filled with fiber. And finally, turkey jerky is a great protein source, practically fat-free, and very easy to carry around. So now that I talked about exercise, basic nutrition, I want to hit on the D word, which is diet. Because, all these snacks, by the way, are under 200 calories. Okay, so first of all, everyone on this webinar knows someone who's been on a diet or is on a diet or is constantly starting and stopping diets. Here, 10 pounds isn't bad. On my last diet, I put on 12. And if you've been on a diet or know anyone, you can know one thing, and that is diets don't work. When I say diets don't work, what I mean is those diets where you eat grapefruit for a week, or you have the cabbage soup, or no carb diet. A healthy diet is something very different, and which I will cover in this also. So the most important thing that you need to know, the best way to lose weight, obviously, is what you've heard your whole life: eat fewer calories and increase your exercise. You don't have to take drastic steps like eating less than 1,200 calories a day, which is even very low too, because that will slow your metabolism, it'll make you lose lean muscle mass, and it will also, you'll just gain the weight back. The best way to do it is to start small, eliminate some calories a day from your diet, and just up your activity level. Now, there are 5 simple rules to losing weight. I added the 5th one. The first one is eat carbs in the form of whole grains, vegetables, fruits, all that good stuff for you, okay? The second thing is avoid trans and saturated fats. Those are the fats we talked about that are found in fast foods, found in junk foods. You do need fat in your diet, though, so don't forget that. Third, eat lean protein. So chicken is great, eggs are great, all those things. We know that. Eat lots of fruits and vegetables. You can't lose. And my 5th one that I added was eat anything and everything in moderation. The minute you say to yourself, I can't eat blank, you're setting yourself up for failure. So here you say, I'm on that new diet, I can eat anything but calories. Which, I mean, it's a joke, but the thing is, that's what matters. It's calories. Obviously, you could spend your whole day eating donuts. If you only eat 3 donuts, you're eating under 1,000 calories. You're not getting any healthy benefits out of it, though. So it's all about calories in and working it off. Okay, so now, of course, since I like my facts and random and interesting facts, here they are. Nearly 4 million Americans weigh more than 300 pounds, which, if you watch The Biggest Loser, you would believe that because you see that. Look around next time you're in the room. If there's 100 people in a room, 67 of them are probably overweight. Okay, this is the one I was talking about earlier. When a person becomes obese, it can affect his or her ability to lose weight. What this means is, in childhood and puberty, your excess calories are converted into new fat cells. This is called hyperplastic obesity. But as an adult, your excess calories, they only expand your existing fat cells. So that's why people who grow up and they become overweight as children have a harder time losing weight when they get older because they have more fat cells. If you gain them as you're an adult, you don't have as many fat cells. They just get expanded, and it's easier to shrink those fat cells. Losing weight alters your brain activity. They found in one study that after losing weight in 6 months, women scored better on memory tests. Once again, here we go with the sleep. Not only is it healthy to get a lot of sleep, but it can make it harder to lose weight if you don't get sleep. Okay, it upsets your hormonal balance. It decreases the leptin, which is the hormone that makes your body feel full, and it increases the hormones that trigger hunger. Okay, Obese people may have fewer dopamine receptors. When obese people were shown photos of food they liked, the parts of the brains that lit up were the same parts that were activated in drug addicts, which means, you know how people say it's easier to quit, smoking or quit taking drugs than it is to quit eating, because food is everywhere. And when people even see the food, the part of their brain lights up, triggers the cravings. The temperature in your bedroom can help boost your weight loss. They found that if you sleep in a room 66 degrees or lower, you burn 7% more calories while sleeping. Just something to keep in mind. Sitting at a desk burns 83 calories an hour, just sitting. Obviously, depends on your muscle mass. But standing burns 115, and one of my colleagues actually stands at her desk all day long, so she's actually burning more calories. And another thing is riding an elevator burns 128 calories an hour, but taking the stairs burns 509 calories an hour. Yo-yo dieting, we all know is not good, has been linked to lots of bad things, including heart disease, insulin resistance, higher blood pressure, inflammation, and long-term weight gain. Drinking a 12-ounce can of soda is equal to eating 14 teaspoons of sugar. And when you add that up, drinking one can of soda a day, just one can a day, can cause a person to gain 15 pounds in 1 year. So if you're a soda drinker, if you just cut out that soda, you'll probably lose weight. And finally, Americans spend $40 billion a year on weight loss products. Over 50 million Americans go on a diet every year. Over 50% of Americans are on a diet at any given moment, and approximately 97% of dieters regain everything they lost within 3 years. So what do you do? Okay, this is the basics for losing weight. Stay away from trans fats. Always bad for you. Try to get about a third of your daily diet from unsaturated fats, which are found in fish, yogurt, nuts, plant sources. Fat is calorie dense, keeps you full, and when you round it out with eggs, butter, poultry, you'll have a great healthy start. Stay away from refined grains, sugars, and starches. They basically turn into sugar the second they hit your lips. They spike your blood sugar, insulin levels. They make fat loss difficult. Activate your brown fat. This is a relatively new study that's been coming out where they've discovered that we have 2 types of fat, maybe 3, but there's the regular white fat and then there's the brown fat. But brown fat burns calories at a high rate when it's activated by cold temperatures. So it kind of goes back to the sleeping in a cold room. If you exercise in cooler weather, you can activate your brown fat, which will help burn your other fat. Here we come again with the sleep, 7 to 8 hours of high quality sleep a night. No fad diets. I'm going to give you an example. A low-carb diet, which everyone likes to go on, promotes water weight loss. But then when you get too few carbs, your glycogen stores are depleted. You're going to lose weight. Yeah, you're going to lose maybe 5 pounds a week, but it's water weight, and it's lean muscle mass. It's not, quote, really fat weight. You're also going to get a loss of energy. It's going to be harder for you to exercise. And once you start eating those carbohydrates or anything again, you're going to get the weight right back on. The best thing to do, reduce your calorie intake by about 250 to 500 calories per day. If you reduce your caloric intake by 250 calories a day, which literally is that one donut or that one corn muffin, one a day, you'll be on track to lose 1 pound a week. Reduce your calorie intake by 500 calories a day, you're on track to lose 2 pounds a week, which is really what you should be losing, 1 to 2 pounds a week. And don't forget your weight training. That's very, very important. You increase your metabolic rate, and you can burn more calories more readily with more muscle mass. So just in case you didn't get it yet, here's some diet myths. High protein, low carb diets are a healthy way to lose weight. No, not true. Very prevalent going around, but it puts you at risk for eating too much fat and cholesterol. And this type of diet can also make you feel tired and weak. Okay, I know we're running like kind of low on time, so I'm going to go fast through these. Starches are fattening and should be limited? No. There's many foods that are high in starch, low in fat and calories, including rice, pasta, cereals, beans, fruits, vegetables like yams and potatoes. Feel free to eat these foods, but avoid high-fat toppings like sour cream or lots and lots of butter. and eat things like brown rice and oatmeal. Just watch the portion size. Certain foods like grapefruit can burn fat and make you lose weight. No. The grapefruit, celery, cabbage soup, no. There's no such food that burns fat. Some foods with caffeine may speed up your metabolism, but they don't cause weight loss. But they will cause sleeplessness, anxiety, increase in heart rate, high blood pressure. Low fat or non-fat is synonymous with no calories. Again, no. When they take the fat out of foods, many times they add sugar to it, which just adds calories. Skipping meals is a good way to lose weight. I think we all know already that that's not good. Here's a good one. Eating after 7, 8 p.m. causes weight gain? No. Calories can't tell time. Calories are calories, and it doesn't matter what time of day you eat. It's what you eat and how much you eat that determines whether you gain, lose, or maintain your weight. Okay? No matter what you eat or what time you eat, your body is just going to store those extra calories as fat. Dairy products are fattening and unhealthy. Absolutely not. Low-fat, non-fat milk, yogurt, cheese are just as nutritious as whole milk dairy products, but lower in fat and calories. Plus, they offer protein to build your muscles, help your organs work, and calcium to strengthen your bones. Eat much less, weigh much less. This is a big one. If you eat 1,200 calories a day, you'll lose weight, but it won't be for long. I have a friend who's eating 500 calories a day right now, and yes, she's lost a bunch of weight, but guess what? Our bodies are brilliant at keeping us alive when we try to starve them. So the fewer calories you eat, the fewer you're going to need to survive. Pretty much you're going to be eating 400 calories a day and then 300, and then you're just going to go like, you know what, give me that entire pizza, all that ice cream, I just need it. And then the weight comes back on. Oh, here's one of my favorites. Bananas can never be part of a healthy weight loss plan. Absolutely not true. Bananas are great if you're on a diet. They have potassium, they have fiber, they keep you full, and as my dietitian says, have you ever known anyone who got fat eating bananas? Now, talk about fad diets. These are fad diets. Anything that says quick fix, you're going to lose, you're going to lose 50 pounds in 2 months. Fad diet. Claims that sound too good to be true. Lists of good and bad foods. Obviously, we talked about kind of junk food and that kind of thing. We all know those things have things that aren't food in them. But if someone says you can't eat bananas or you can't eat watermelon, which are naturally occurring in nature, no, fad diet. Recommendations made to help sell a product, and a diet that eliminates one or more of the 5 food groups. If they say no carbs, don't do it. And now just a few little popular fad diets. There's the chocolate diet. You eat fruit, pasta, popcorn, vegetables, and lots of chocolate. The metabolism diet sounds very, very official, but it's like you eat eggs and veggies all day, you drink a lot of coffee and tea, and you add artificial sweeteners to your drinks. No. Oh, plus on this one, you can use as much salt, pepper, vinegar, soy sauce, mustard, and ketchup as you want. Sounds delicious. The Hollywood diet, you drink juice all day. No. The lemonade diet is that master cleanse. You drink lemonade with lemon juice, maple syrup, and cayenne pepper, and you drink salt water and laxative tea. Wonder where that weight loss is coming from. The 7-day diet is Monday, you eat all the fruit you want except bananas, and basically you eat nothing but fruits and vegetables. Anyone's going to lose weight on that. The Atkins diet, it's not that well balanced, lacking in calcium. There's the raw food diet, very difficult to disdain. There's Nutrisystem. First of all, look what's in their food. And second of all, once you stop it, here comes the pounds again. But you have to keep in mind, no single food or diet can help you lose weight. You just have to change the way you eat, increase your physical activity. Make a lifestyle change, get healthy, get some physical activity. And I'm just going to say, because I know I'm one of those people, but if you really, really feel like you need some sort of plan to help you get in shape and get healthy and lose your weight, there are really 5 very good, I'm going to say diets, but they're healthy living diets. The DASH diet is excellent. It's the dietary approaches to stop hypertension, a diet that was originally made by the National Heart Institute and Blood Institute to help high blood pressure. But it also is great at controlling diabetes, complete nutrition, heart health, lowers your blood pressure, it's low in salt, it's low in fats, it's very, very good for you. The TLC diet is the Therapeutic Lifestyle Change Diet by the National Institutes of Health, also a very healthy diet. The Mayo Clinic diet, great nutrition, safety, great as a tool against diabetes. The Mediterranean diet, it's an emphasis on fruits and vegetables, olive oil, fish. It's a very sensible diet. And finally, there's Weight Watchers, which if you're okay with counting your points and you don't eat their prepackaged foods, also an excellent way to get healthy and just be fit. So I rushed through the end of it because I know we're running out of time, but I wanted to say thank you for attending. If you do have any questions, you can send them in. We will still have them. Sorry we started late. Oh, you have questions? We have some questions.
So we just have a couple. So someone actually asked if we could put the exercise fun facts back up just for a minute.
Okay.
And again, we will also be sending out the PowerPoint slides for this, and it will be on YouTube. And we had another person ask that, is it true that after you work out, your body metabolism will remain at a high level for several hours?
Yes, that is absolutely true. It depends, once again, when I say this, it all depends on what your fitness level is, how much muscle you do have. But yes, after, let's say you work out for 45 minutes to an hour, your metabolism still continues to burn all that. It can be up to 24 hours. So you are getting the benefits. I'm trying to find the fun facts here. Okay, any more?
Also, we had a question about your opinion on detoxes. For example, the Dr. Oz 3-day shake detox or the juice detoxes.
Okay, all the detoxes, I'm going to tell you. Let's say you're going to a party this weekend and you want to lose, seriously, you want to lose 5 pounds by this weekend, and today's Wednesday. If you want to do a detox for 3 days, it's not going to kill your body. It's not the healthiest thing in the world, but you know what? If you want to lose those 5 pounds by Saturday night so that you feel a little less bloated and you feel like you look a little better, it's not an unsafe thing to do. But your body doesn't need detox because your body naturally, if you're eating healthy and exercising, your body is naturally going to detox itself. Your body knows how to take care of itself for the most part. So you don't need it, but if you're using it as a weight loss, it's not a harmful thing as long as you're not doing it, every single week. Is this the myths they want? I don't know.
Someone said no detox.
Yeah.
Yes. And I think that pretty much wraps it up. So
okay.
If you want to...
So I hope this is the right myths thing that they want up on the screen. And yeah, and well, you all have my email because I'm the organizer of the webinar. So if you have any questions, you can email me. Any questions you want answered, and
will any detoxes help aid in the weight loss process, though?
No, it will help you lose, like I said, you want to lose 5 pounds for the weekend, yeah, you'll lose the 5 pounds, but once you eat again, it's not going to. If you want it to jumpstart a weight thing, and then you want to get into eating healthy, because it's a psychological boost, that's also okay if you want to do that. But the thing is, any detox, you're going to fall off it again and just eat, So, like I said, it's all about, it's okay to eat French fries. Just don't eat, a giant, large one. Eat 10 French fries if you want, Yeah, but detoxes, I would say, yeah, if you want to do a psychological start or if you want to lose that weight for the weekend, it's okay, but not the greatest. Good?
I think we're good.
Thank you, everybody. Hope you enjoyed.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you, Sharon, for your time and information. Again, if you have any questions, please feel free to email us or Sharon, reach out. We'd be happy to hear from you. Again, sorry for the delay in the beginning, but thanks for being patient with us, and we hope to see you next time.
Thank you.
Thank you.